Yeah, I think for 60 we were hard. I think they had a tough time generating some good offense. Obviously, they had some good looks where Stu stepped up and made some big saves. The offside call. I mean, it's a nice break to go our way for sure. But I thought we just stuck with it and believed in ourselves and made it tough on them.
How many times were you sitting on the bench watching it? What was your sense? Did you think it was counting, not counting?
We saw it right away, and it was very close, but the one angle we saw was definitely still touching the blue when his skate was over. So we had a good feeling. It's just kind of it still makes you nervous about whether they're seeing it, if it's conclusive. But yeah, I think we had a good feeling about that one.
That's a big call for Chris to make. What are you going to say about his confidence and the belief that he has and the confidence he has in the guys?
Yeah, I think he saw it right away too, and we were all sitting there. We saw it. The other coaches, same thing. So at the end of the day, he's got to make the call. So I know it's probably a little stressful to make that call at that time of game, but made the right decision, of course.
Ryan, the job's not done yet, but what's it like to give this crowd in the last game of the season here that kind of a send-off? Yeah,
I mean, it was awesome. It was amazing. These fans have been behind us. I mean, since I've been here, and the season's been incredible. And to be able to do a job tonight in front of them, and it was really special. We know the job's not done, and they know the job's not done. So we're excited for the opportunity.
What's the preparation for a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Final going to be like for this team?
I mean, our focus is going to be on the start. We know what we can do and how we need to play to get the result we need, but it's going to come down to a good start and play with confidence.
Ryan, this is year 13. You made the playoffs once in your first 8 years, some real lean years, and now you're one game from winning the Stanley Cup. Kind of take us through the journey and what that Monday night game is going to mean to you.
Yeah, it's 13 years sounds like a lot. In some ways, it's flown by, but this is what we've all played for our whole lives. So an opportunity like this, I'm excited. I want to get it going for sure and just get on the ice Monday. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly what we play for, and dream come true to be in this position, and couldn't be more proud to do it with this group.
Speaking of journeys, this is the journey you guys have been on for the last 7 to 10 days. Can you take us inside this room? What's it been like?
Yeah, it's. I mean, you get down 0-3. It's easy to fold, but I think we've truly believed in each other this whole season and throughout the whole playoffs. And you're in the Stanley Cup final, so I mean, it's a lot of fun. This is what we play for. So nobody's going to give up. Nobody's going to turn on each other, and we've shown that belief and the character that we have in this group.
Ryan, there's one thing about talking about having belief in your team and belief as a group. What's it been like to have that actualized in front of you guys here? Yeah,
it's nice to obviously see it. I think that first game where we kind of poured it on in Game 4 after going down 0-3, it was a big one. I mean, it's nice to step up and be able to put some in when really we hadn't in the series a whole lot, and I think that kind of got us going. I think you need a moment or a few moments to rally and get the confidence built up, and I think parts of that game, especially in the first period, kind of started us, and we've kind of gone from there.
After seeing what McDavid did the last 2 days, how satisfying is it to have 11 guys get a point and he's not even one of them and still win?
Yeah, I mean, we've so many guys in this room that can step up at any time. He's our leader on and off the ice. We know what he's capable of doing. He's showed it his whole career, really, in all series. And but I think this is what makes great teams great, is the ability for other guys to step up in big moments.
What do you think of the fans chanting we want the cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
They should.
Yeah, we're obviously one away here. We know it's going to be the hardest one, and but they've been behind us this whole way, and it was a ton of fun to be able to get Game 6 in front of them.
You said with Zach Hyman, 16 goals, Pavel Bure and Draisaitl, the only guys with that many in the last 30 years, 70 goals this season.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. He doesn't take a night off, and he gets to the dirty areas, but he also can score in many different ways. So he's been a horse for us all season, and tonight was obviously probably the biggest one he's had for us this whole year since he's been here.
Ryan, is he faster than people give him? I mean, he had to skate a long way.
Yeah, well, I think we all think he's fast. I don't know, you guys not?
I guess compared to Connor and Leon's third strength.
Yeah, I mean, he's extremely powerful, so I think he can get out of the blocks fast, and he's determined. So I think that also plays a big part, where you want to beat that guy to the puck and be strong on it. So, but he's a strong guy, and he sure can skate, and he showed it tonight.
When his puck goes in, what is that feeling like?
It's exciting for sure. I mean, I'm kind of behind him, waiting to see if it gets past him, and yeah, I mean, just kind of elation in the moment, and crowd erupts. So you don't doubt it too much with him. He's shown that ability to score all season and all his career. So it was a big one for us.
What the save that Stu made after the first empty netter, and then you going to see a goalie get mobbed after an empty netter.
Yeah, I don't even know how he made the save, to be honest. I'll have to take a look, but pretty special save to make in that moment, and yeah, it's he's stepped up at big times, and obviously we're going to need him Monday.
You've been here for 13 years. Can you describe the journey to get to this point?
Yeah, it's I mean, I've been extremely lucky to be able to have been here my whole career, and not too many guys have made it 13 years, and so I've been extremely fortunate. But we've built something in here, and we have an unbelievable opportunity before us.
There were a lot of lean years, right? Like, what were the early part of that tenure, of your tenure?
Yeah, I mean, it's as an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, you're getting your feet into it a little bit. You're getting a feel for being a pro, and I think it's almost better to go through that when you're that age and that young, and it definitely gives you a hunger to make the playoffs and be on a good team. And of course, we've taken that step, but yeah, it's been a lot of guys who, I mean, all around the league, most guys have to go through some hardships. It's not easy to just be on a good team and every single season if you're going to play a long career. So kind of went through it my first few years, but always believe that the core and who we bring around can find a way out of it.
What do you think you guys did sort of managing the moment? Why did you do so well, you think, managing that big moment?
We've been in it a bunch. I mean, obviously the moment gets bigger every game you go further, but it's just another elimination game, right, where our backs are against the wall. Obviously, the crowd was unbelievable and getting it started, and but we're comfortable playing in these games. I think we've proven we can play in them, and we've played in a bunch of them.
Zach, can you kind of talk about the team's defensive performance along with Stuart Skinner?
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with Stu, obviously, making the big saves at the right times. And then I think just defensively, we're buying in. I mean, we're playing mature hockey. We're not giving them much off of our mistakes. We're limiting turnovers, and we're playing fast. We're playing forward, and we're playing well with the lead.
What do you feel like in that moment that you scored?
Sorry.
What does that feel like in that moment that you scored? Is that a moment that it starts to feel real? This is when
I mean, obviously it's a huge goal. Like, it's 2-0, and that next goal, whoever scores it, it's either a 1-goal game or a 3-goal game. So it's especially at the end of the period. Obviously, you're a lot closer when you get that one. Still a lot of hockey to play. They're a really good team. So we didn't think we had it in the bag or anything like that. We had to come out strong in the third, and they obviously got one. And it was a good buffer to have, and we were able to kind of just manage the game after that.
Zach, the job's not done obviously yet, but to give this moment to this fan base, last home game of the season, to give that to this, what does that mean?
I mean, you said it. The job's not done, right? I think it's a great story, but you need to finish it. Like, everybody will forget if you don't finish it. That's the key. Is everybody remembers the winners, right? So it's great to give them a moment like that, but I think they're waiting for a bigger moment.
Zach, you've been part of a team that's seen a big lead evaporate in the past. What's the feeling in that room right now? What does it feel like when the team is pushing, like you guys are pushing?
I mean, I mean, we have experience. I think just answering the question, like we've been in these positions before. You try your best not to sit back. You try your best to push. I thought we did a good job of that in the third.
How about that review? Like, we saw a bunch of them. That was close.
Yeah. Sort
of to have the gumption to make that call to review that. I mean, that was a pretty critical turning point.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable job by Noah and the guys to relay that to the coaching staff and on the bench, and huge moment in the game. Obviously, like just a massive. We score. Literally, like maybe 10 seconds later, or less than that, they score, and then that gets called back, and it stays 2-0. So huge.
Zach, you were sitting right beside Leon this morning when he kind of called himself out, is the right phrase, but he took accountability, wanted to be better. What did you think of the way he started the game? Kind of took control of it.
I mean, you just knew he was going to respond. I don't think he's playing poorly or anything like that, like at all. Like I think he's playing well. Leo puts such a high standard on himself, and he's a huge driver of this team. So he's his biggest critic, and I think he obviously showed. I hope he feels good about his game because I think everybody else does, and he got us started with an unbelievable play, and I thought he was just solid the whole night.
Zach, it was an awfully long skate by you. You showed awful good legs there.
Well,
you had to skate a long way for that breakaway. You had a long time to think about what you were going to do. Well, did you know, or were you just playing the goalie?
I don't know, to be honest. I think I was just in the moment. It didn't feel so long in the moment, and you just kind of raced to the puck, and then I got it. I didn't have much time when I got it. I think it was at the hash marks, and then obviously settled it and made my move and beat him. Cool. Okay, thank you.
Coming up here, Zach, how fun is that game going to be to play? And this is what you play for.
Yeah. Play to be in the Stanley Cup Finals, and then, I mean, you play. There's no better game in sports than a Game 7, and I mean, it's in the Stanley Cup Final. You can't ask for a bigger opportunity as a player, and I'm sure as a fan of hockey, everybody is excited to watch it.
Unbelievable. What are you seeing on it? And it looks like you guys almost, you're up for that challenge when you guys got to kill a penalty, and it just looks like no one's ever going to score on that power play.
Yeah, we're hoping that stays the way. But yeah, the guys are just battling really hard. I think that us being able to win the face-off on the first draw and being able to get it out is a big help, just because we're doing a really good job on our forecheck. We're keeping guys on the outside in the neutral zone, and when they do get their chances, we get big blocks. I think we just got a really good flow going right now, and we've gotten a lot of opportunities on the PK, so for us to have that sort of chemistry has been great, and we got to do that for another game.
Left side, front row, Daniel.
Leon right here. How would you describe the way Zach Hyman has scored this year and the way he's been able to keep it up in the playoffs as well?
It's impressive. He's a heck of a hockey player. Very unique. He's like a little bull, and obviously he jumps out of the gate like nobody can. His first couple strides are so powerful, and I think you can really see it today on the goal. He just explodes out of there, and he's gone. And then obviously he's calm, cool, and collected in front of the net. Just knows where to go. Really smart hockey player.
Left side, third row, Dan.
Yeah, Stu, you guys are down 3-0, and I think you said something along the lines of, if any team can do this, the Oil can. And it sounds like just words at that time, right? But you guys believed. Why? Like, why did you believe that this was possible?
Having a belief, I think, it's kind of an untold, it's hard to really put it into words. There's just a feeling, a really strong feeling of belief with this whole group, and we've had that for a long time now. And no matter what situation that we put ourselves in, we always do have that belief. So me saying that felt very just normal. I really do believe in this group, and I'm sticking to those words. If anyone can do it, it's the Oil. So we got a lot more work to do here, though.
Left side, front row, Bob.
Leon, the numbers speak for themselves with what you and Connor have done over the last several years, regular season and playoffs. But can you speak to your teammates and what they've accomplished in the last 2 rounds against 2 really deep teams, because that's part of why we're going to have a Game 7 here.
Well, that's the reason why we're sitting here, right? Our PK, wins us games most nights. That's just a fact, and this league's too good to, outscore every team and be scoring every single night. So you need depth. You need other guys to step up, and we've had that throughout the run.
That same row, Josh.
Leon, it's a big call for Chris to make it that with the offside challenge at 2-0. What's it about him? He's made so many big calls in these playoffs. It just seems to have the Midas touch when it comes to some of these. And what was the feeling on the bench? As Paul Maurice said, he wouldn't have challenged that.
Yeah, it was obviously very tight. I personally thought it was the right call, but you never know, obviously. And Knobber obviously has the right touch. He knows what he's doing, and he seems to make the right decisions a lot more often than not. And that was obviously a big one.
In that same row, Mark.
Leon, you should know these commercial flights are killing us old guys, but
I don't feel bad for you.
You've got to this pinnacle. You're going to play one game for a Stanley Cup, but you've got here in a way that no one gets here. No one does this. Does it make it any? Can it be any more special? Does it write a? It's for us. It's a hell of a story. But how do you guys look at it?
Yeah, it's been a hell of a story so far, but at the end of the day, we play to win, right? And this is going to be the hardest game for us, and they're going to come out hard. They're going to play at home. We have to bring our game again, and I'm just really proud of the way we gave ourselves a chance, right? That's what it's all about, and but by no means is this going to be easy walk in the park now. This is going to be the hardest game of the series, and we know that. We're aware of that, but that being said, obviously really, really proud to give ourselves a chance.
Third row, right side, Corey.
Leon, you were pretty hard on yourself in here this morning and talking about how you needed to play better. Getting the game off the way you did, kicking it off with that assist, getting it out in front. How big was that for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm an offensive guy. I put up, confidence comes from putting up numbers sometimes. That's just the way it is. Do I have other things that I'm good at? Yeah, of course, but sometimes it's nice to make a play and get rewarded for it. You can ask any offensive player, that's just the way you feel. And it felt good to make a nice play and get rewarded for it, but still got lots more to go.
Right side, second row, Andrew.
Stu, can you take me through the save late and the assist and the celebration you had in the crease and hearing the fans chant, "We want the cup" after?
Yeah, I don't compliment myself much, but I thought that pass was right on Darnell's tape. Kind of looked like Leo there for a second. But no, it was obviously they put the puck on the net. Kind of an unlucky bounce. It hit off Broby, and then I was just able to kind of get it, and I saw an opening, made a nice pass, and I think Doc, he was just able to get it in. So I'm happy that he was able to score that, give me a little assist. But at the end of the day, being able to hear the crowd after, the most important thing is just being able to, be up at that time and being able to win the game at the end. So again, got a lot of work to do, but very proud of how we finished the game out too.
Last one, left side, fourth row.
Leon, the job's obviously not over yet, but what was it like to give this fan base, this crowd in the last game here at Rogers Place this season, that kind of moment?
It means the world to us. I've been here for a long time and been through some pretty bad years, and it's seemingly, the people that were there tonight, they showed up every night and still showed up at games and supported us. So to give them that is really special. Hopefully we can finish the job for them.
Dominate the way you guys are doing right now. What are you seeing in it? And it just looks like the guys are taking so much pride going out there. I don't want to say you can't wait to take a penalty, but they're going out there with so much pride and so much confidence right now.
Well, yeah, they have. One, they're prepared. They know what they do, and I think that we have a good system for the group that we have. But you know, confidence is an amazing thing. Where you see with one player who gets on a roll, scoring goals or whatever it is, but now we've got you know, 6 or 7 forwards, 4 or 5 defensemen having that same confidence and being able to work together for the penalty kill. And then, hey, we do have breakdowns. There are things that don't go perfectly. That's where your goaltender has come up big, and Stewie's been outstanding.
In that same role, Mike?
Chris, most of the decisions that you've made, we've talked about this throughout the playoffs, you seem to have pushed the right buttons. That video review is a very close play. If it goes against you, not only you give up a goal, but they go to the power play. Can you take us through what went through your thinking as that video review went through?
Our process is, it starts with our video coaches. Noah and Mike are the ones who look at it. They headset Stewie, Mark Stewart, and you know, then we talk about it on the bench. Obviously, we can see it down by our feet, and you know, I actually didn't think it was that close. Like, you know, we were going to call it right away, and we had a little more time to review it, and we're like, okay. You know, the only hesitation was maybe there wasn't the right video. Like, in my mind, it was definitely offside. Like, but I guess you never know. But yeah, it was something we wanted to challenge almost immediately when we saw it.
Left side, front row, Daniel.
Chris, for the last few days, it seems like all we've been doing is talking about Connor and his offensive exploits. To get big contributions from Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, what does that mean to the group, and what would you say kind of about the way they've started to step up in this series?
Yeah, no, they've been, you know, Zach's got, I believe, 2 goals in the last 2 games. You know, not that early in the series he was playing bad, they just weren't going in. Same with Leon. Leon's first 2 shifts, you know, he almost scored on the first shift off the wrist shot just inside the blue line, and then you know, beautiful pass to set up Fogle. Yeah, those 2 have been really good, and maybe they're not showing up as much on the score sheet throughout the series as they usually do, as you just get accustomed to. But their contributions to the team have been huge.
In that same row, Josh.
Chris, just, you know, you guys were dead and buried for most people, you know, 10 days ago. What have the last 10 days been like for you, and watching this turn the way it has?
It's been fun. It has been stressful. It has been, we're just playing, and I know we've surprised a lot of people, but I don't think we've surprised anybody in the room. You know, we felt that we could do this, and we put on winning streaks before. You know, we felt early in the series down 3. We felt that, you know, we could have won 2 of those, in our opinion. We thought we played well enough to win those, and they just didn't go our way. And now we're just playing and backs up against the wall. We've been written off many times throughout the season, so I don't know. We've been a pretty loose group. It's nice to be around this team because I think they're having the time of their lives right now. And that, not right now, only not because we're just going to Game 7. I think we were having a great time even when we were down 3 games.
Right side, front row, Ryan.
Chris, you normally don't tweak a winning lineup. Just a very subtle tweak tonight. You flip-flop Nugent-Hopkins and Fogle there. I mean, Fogle ends up getting the goal. Why did you decide to make that change for this game?
I don't know. Probably we write up our lineup every day, and I don't know. Probably got the numbers mixed up. I don't know.
Come on now.
Third row, left side, Greg.
Chris, on the coaches challenge, the successful coaches challenge, you guys are rolling at that point, right? They scored 10 seconds after your second goal. That could be an emotional pivot point in the game. How big was that to maintain the momentum that you had in the game?
Yeah, no, it's nice having a 2-goal lead. You know, you think about the game, and there's a couple opportunities to have momentum shifts. One was, you know, in the second period when they score on the offside play, you know, make it 2-1 instead of 2-0. That's the time that could change the flow of the game. You know, and the other one was we got a 3-0 lead, and there's a play, and they score, and make it 3-1 with I don't know, about 17 minutes left in the third period. That could have been a momentum change, but, you know, I thought our guys handled it really well. You know, I think we spent more time in the defensive zone, but I don't think we gave up very much on the chances. I thought we played a pretty solid defensive style of play that we need to do. But, yeah, so.
We'll take two more. Right side, third row, Corey.
Chris, if the last two games were about your captain kind of putting the team on his back, this game, you know, you guys shut things down in the first period defensively, only allowed 2 shots, 11 different guys get points. How big was it to kind of see everybody kind of get involved tonight and lead to the win?
Yeah, we've talked. We can't rely on a couple guys to play well, and you know, through the first 2 wins, you know, we're getting grade A performances from Connor McDavid and Stuart Skinner. Those 2 are, you know, I think got a lot of the headlines, and they were probably the 2 best players that we had. We had a lot of good players, but I think they really excelled. But to have success long term, you need other guys stepping up, and you know, I think tonight was a pretty good team effort. I think we've had quite a few of those during the playoffs, but you know, tonight was another one.
Last one, far left in the back.
Coach, it's easy for you and your players to talk about having belief after Game 3, being down 3-0, you know, having belief in being able to come back. How proud are you of your players for actually getting back to this point?
I've been proud of them all season. You know, even if we fell short and didn't get to Game 7, you know, they showed a lot of perseverance, you know, hard work and character. Very, very proud to be a part of this team. There's a lot of good guys, and you know, it's, you know, unfortunately, with the business it is, it's tomorrow, or Game 7 is going to be my last game coaching this group. You know, so people are going to be moving on, and there's, you know, that's just the nature of the business, which is, you know, it's going to be hard, but you know, just spend the time coaching this group. It's been a real pleasure for me.